And hi there. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, all. Yeah, I actually just saw a message from Zara. I think she's not feeling so well, so I think she's going to have to pass on the stream. But Zara, if you do catch this in some capacity later, hi. I hope you're feeling better and all. Totally. Yeah. My other lovely guest hosts for the stream are Margaret, Nina, Malin, and Porscha. And I'm pleased to say, Margaret, it's your first. I know it's your first time on the channel, and you, Malin, also. I'm super happy to have you both. I hope you're maybe ready for some shenanigans too.
Yes. Ready.
Hat on.
Oh dear. Yeah. So, how are all of you? How are all y'all? Doing good?
Good.
Yeah.
Friday vibes.
Let me see here. Hi, Anne. I see there's stuff going on in the chat. I mean, I wouldn't know anything about it. Phoebe, hi. Hashtag real fans are in the chat 15 minutes before the stream begins.
That's a long time.
I actually do that myself quite a bit. Like if I know there's a stream coming up that I'm watching, I'll just get it going in a tab and then I'll kind of do my own thing.
But do you not forget about it and then the sound starts and you go like, oh my God, what is that?
That can definitely happen, yeah. Depending, like if I get like really involved in some writing or something, yeah. Usually I'm okay with like remembering and then kind of like counting down the minutes, but yeah, that can happen too.
YouTube
I think that's a good thing.
YouTube will not start the sound or the play until I like reload when I've been there a long time. So I stopped doing that because I'm like, it won't start when I want it to when it's starting, and then I'm behind by 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think I have a little bit of a glitch or something with my laptop. Also, like sometimes what happens is if I'm not in the tab, then the tab, like everything running in the tab kind of somehow gets paused. And then when I go back to the tab, then it resumes and it catches up. Like it's actually caught up, but it's been on pause till I've actually clicked back onto the tab. So it's a bit funny, but
I've been sat staring at something and like 20 seconds will go by sometimes before it starts, and sometimes like a whole minute, and I'm like, why? Especially on hiatuses, and I'm always like scrambling to catch up.
Yeah, these kind of things happen for sure. Let me see. Oh, hi, Nina. Is that not Nina waving to Nina? Like, I mean, there's something going on there.
Camera turn off as like the hard eye roll. I like
it. Yeah, we have fun. Totally. Phoebe, this is for you with love from Nina. Indeed. Oh, and Nina, this is for you with love from Phoebe. And hi, Lexi, Meep, how are you? How are you? Sorry, my voice kind of faltered there. Hi, Cool Gamer, how are you? Indeed. Ooh, look at this. Whoop, whoop. Is it not a stream until this message has appeared? Yeah. Oh, hi, Sid. How are you? It's also not a stream until A wild Sid has appeared, I'd say. Uh, well, I think actually we should jump into a sprint first to make sure we kind of get in some productivity. I'm planning 3 shorter, so 16-minute sprints for the stream, and then also like kind of like a hard finish at about 2 hours. So a little bit less sprinting, but also a little bit less streaming. I don't know. Yeah. So why don't we do that? Hi, Jen. How are you? Yay. Yeah, I've got my thing already set up. What do I want to do? Good luck all. And yay, that's the end of our first sprint. How did you all do?
Nice. I managed to finish eating my McDonald's, which is a yay for me. And
Win.
I got about 160 words.
Oh, okay. That's great. Awesome. I myself am, so I have this thing right now, and it's been a good few days since I've looked at it, so I figure it'll be good to just go over it again. First and foremost, just read it and kind of enjoy it, but then also maybe like edit it a bit as I may see fit as I'm going along for anything that might jump out at me. So for this stream, I'm going to be reading this this thing that I have. Yeah.
I am also. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I am also reading. I have a book club over at my Patreon, and we're reading Women in Translation. So I'm reading The Door by Magda Sabo. And it's super dark and creepy, so not really my style, but it's interesting, and I'm learning things. It's just like it feels oppressive. So I'm trying to read it and get it done before Sunday, which is when the book club is meeting. So I got about a dozen pages read, and yep, on my way.
Cool. Porscha?
Yeah, I was revising a blog for my Substack, and probably should be finishing an alpha read for a friend. And the book is so good, and I just feel like I don't know if anybody's ever had something where they're an alpha or beta reader, and they're just like, I can't wait for this to be a thing. So good. So
yeah.
Nice.
I've had that feeling being a beta reader actually, as opposed to an alpha. But yeah, totally.
Yeah.
How about you, Nina? Or not Nina? Or oops, did I add one too many? Never mind.
I went back to my Vienna fantasy story because it makes me cry, so I don't work on it all the time. And then I had a little cry because, for obvious reasons, and I realized that I had to combine 3 chapters that I hadn't written yet, so technically fine. I'm like adding a lot of stuff in draft 2, but I had to change all the chapter numbers, and that was a pain.
Yeah. I
added like 5 words in total and changed chapter numbers. There aren't that many chapters, so it wasn't that bad, but it's still because I did it wrong the first time, so I had to do it twice.
Okay, well, hopefully it's an easy fix. If you're basically just renaming the chapters, but you got this. Good. Yeah, I know that Jabria joined us in the sprint. Hi, Jabria. How are you? And Heather's here. Hi. Hi, here to hit that like. Have a lot of fun. Thank you, Heather. Yay. Yeah, I kind of butchered it in maybe like some kind of artsy way. I don't know.
It was very Vermont. It was very like upper like coast.
Go with
hashtag,
it. Yeah.
Hashtag accidentally Vermont. Ooh, look at this here. Ooh la la. Has anyone had more than 62 chapters?
It was my first.
Or am I the winner in the too many chapters department?
62?
I have to confess. I've never written. I don't think I've written anything with that many chapters. Though if you go way back,
you could have the same amount of words and just divide it in way more chapters.
They were really short. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking like 1,200 words, 1,000 words
Per chapter?
average.
No, probably like 600. So it's a mystery. So there was like scenes that kept shifting back and forth. And so like you'd have like 2-page chapters, which I'm assuming because the font was pretty big, and that one it's like 600 words. So yeah, it was a regular size book. It was just like lots of chapters.
I have like 30 chapters, and my chapters are like 1,000 words long. At least in draft 1 they were. Now I'm trying to make them longer because I feel like it needs to be longer than like it was under 30k even the first draft. Not enough, but 62. I mean, I love short chapters. Like reading, best part, totally. Because then you can read like one, and then you read the second, like one more chapter because they're short, so it just stacks up.
You
and
finish
you read,
it. You'll be like, oh, it's just 2 more pages. I'll just finish this one.
Exactly. That's the best part.
I confess I'm kind of like a 5,000 word-ish word per chapter kind of person.
I'm gonna have a look now.
Yeah, I know it's kind of like one of the questions in authortube.
5,000 words.
That's about what I do. My forays, I don't write much fiction, but when I do, my chapters are they're meaty chapters.
Wow.
Not what readers want. Like, is that
I could never. I'm happy when my chapters are like, at least first draft wise, are like over 1,000 words. And that usually doesn't happen, especially towards the end. At the beginning, I have like 2k per chapter, and then like in the middle, it goes down, and then at the end, every chapter is like 200 words.
Yeah.
Currently, I don't have actual chapters because I'm in draft 0, so it's not really like the first. I don't know what the structure exactly is going to be yet, but as I've structured it, it's just like kind of this overall thing is happening here, and then I've got maybe 3 scenes per thing. So the thing we can call a chapter, and each scene is about 1,500 words or so. So yeah, I'd say 4k maybe per chapter on average.
Yeah, a 0 draft is a different animal.
Yeah, because I'm not sure I'm going to keep it structured like that at all.
Right.
And also, do you do the thing where you do like 3 returns so that you have like a gap because you need like a beat and you're going to start another scene, but it's not another chapter, so you just have
because I'm on Scrivener, I literally just start a new scene when I'm like, this is a new scene. Yeah, and then I'll figure out what I want to do, if I want to keep them together.
Yep. Very cool.
Yeah. Phoebe chiming in. My chapters tend to end up about 2,500 to 3,000 words.
Solid.
That's a good zone.
Underwriter.
They're shorter in early drafts, as I'm an underwriter. Yeah.
Me too. I'm massively underwrite everything. It's a problem. I used to not do that. I was looking at like old drafts of like half-written drafts, especially with a friend, and I had like 47,000 words, and I was at the midpoint, and now I'm like at 24,000 words, and I'm done.
Oh boy.
I think I maybe I got a little too maybe I became too much of a perfectionist.
So can I ask, are you a planner then? Like, is it because it's shifted more to an outline than a draft, or like, how does that work?
Well, kind of. I used to like pants everything. I had no plan. I had like beginning, middle, end, vague idea what could happen. And I also didn't take it very seriously. Now I take it more seriously. And I do have like outlines, but they aren't really outlines. They're like very short descriptions of every chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And while I write, I discovered a story. And then I realized that certain chapters just are unnecessary completely. So I just scrapped them. So my first draft of the book I'm working on right now was like 24,000 words. And now I'm adding a lot of chapters and I'm switching things around. So it is like kind of more like a 0 draft but I focus too much on like the prose, which I also know is a problem that I have. I can't just write anymore and make sentences that make no sense. I used to do that, but now I focus a lot on what I write and how it sounds. So I write a lot less.
I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
there's
the opposite
nothing.
of you.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
But I
You
see
know?
what you mean about like when you realize a chapter is unnecessary while you're writing. But because I'm an overwriter, I leave those chapters
Oh,
in thinking I'm gonna go back and delete them later and figure out what to do with the information I want to put from that chapter into somewhere else.
maybe the two of you could co-write a book, and end up just right down the middle. I'm just being silly. I'm sorry. But that's awesome.
Yeah.
On that happy note, maybe we should get started with the game. You think? So this is a game. So this is actually the third time I'm playing this on my channel, but it's called Socaber. And well, why is it called that, right? Well, actually, Socaber stands for Stream of Consciousness, Adventuring by Exciting Relay. Indeed, indeed. So there's a method to the madness, or a reason for the name or something. But I actually have I have a few banners here that I'll go ahead and put up and read out also how to play. So the game will begin with a descriptive banner. This will serve as a starting point for our narrative. We'll start with the first guest host. I guess that'll be Margaret, actually, and go around the screen with the chat having its turn as well. Each time, a command will be given to me, and with each command, I'll propel the story forward. A command can be a basic, you begin walking, or it can add to the story by a little or a lot before concluding in a direct request. Once the chat has had its turn, we'll cycle back to the first guest host. There are two important things to remember. This is a stream of consciousness game that doesn't require world building, theme building, planning ahead, or anything rigorous in a literary sense. So, it's just for fun. And you can be super creative. As you say, for example, you begin walking towards the person you see not far away. You give a proper command, but also introduce an obvious new development. With all that said, enjoy the game. Indeed. So that's kind of like my set of instructional or whatever banners. But I have the sort of premise banner here. So I'll go ahead and read this also. So this can get us started. You are trekking through the Klibish Mountains. The sun is setting, but you've reached the city of Klib, a short ways ahead and nestled in the valley. The first leaves are beginning to change. So that's kind of like our premise. Okay, and there's a lot, obviously, up for interpretation. There's a lot that hasn't been said, right? But with that, Margaret, would you like to start us off and give me a command? And it could be anything you want, of course, again. Are you muted there?
Sorry, yes. So I'm giving a command, not another action, to continue the story.
Yeah, basically, just looking at the chat. Basically, something that boils down to a command, and it can also be as simple or as elaborate as you want. You can say anything you want first, also before you actually give the so-called command. You can kind of do whatever you like.
Okay. So tell me if this fits within the parameters then.
I'm sure it will.
So you set down your pack to take a picture of the sunset, but your pack tumbles down the mountainside and all your possessions leave you.
Oh, okay.
What do you do?
What? Sorry, what was that last part?
What do you do? Like, is that the
Right.
next?
Okay. That definitely works. So you do as such, and you find yourself with this most recent development, very how shall I say, agitated. You try and think of the positives, and you realize that you at least have your camera still. You think about what is, or what was at least, in your backpack. You cautiously peer over the precipice that you didn't quite notice was there in the first place for some reason. And you see that your backpack is essentially, would the word be irretrievable? At least save for some very extensive effort that may take a couple of hours. So I think I'll kind of cut it there and let Nina have her turn.
Oh God. Okay, so oh man, the backpacks. We only have a camera. Oh my God.
Margaret's gotten us off to a great start.
But you can say whatever you want. Like, you could be like, "Oh, you fly to get your backpack back because you have a power flight." Do you know what I mean? Like, it could be
Yeah. You still take the picture of the sunset because why not? You have your camera. And you hear a whimpering sound somewhere in front of you, and you start walking towards it.
Okay. So I think I can definitely work with this. Making sure that you don't drop your camera and make it a sort of full sweep of lost possessions or something. You try and focus on this whimpering sound. It sounds to you like it could be a fox or something similar. You look towards the bushes and the rocks, away from the precipice. But you don't actually see anything. You wonder if you should leave the path and go into the brush to do a more thorough investigation. So I'm kind of like balking a bit, Nina, right? Like, I haven't really kind of quite done what you've said. But I think with this, we can pass it on to Malin, if Malin insists that we look into this whimpering sound, etc. For sure we can, or we can do whatever. But Malin, I put it to you now.
Okay, so you do decide to go and check the whimpering because you really think it's probably some sort of animal. It doesn't sound human or anything like that. And as you go through, you keep your camera on video mode because you're like, this would make a great TikTok. And and you move forward with your camera on.
Right. Okay. So you do as such, and you don't have to travel far off the path into the brush to see that you've stumbled on some kind of strange animal that glows a faint orange. It does seem like it quite resembles a fox.
Magic fox.
But because you are not aware of any species of fox that do indeed glow orange, you kind of conclude that this is something rather special. I'll maybe even go a little bit more. So you continue to slowly proceed forward, making sure that you're also making a good video of it. And the animal or being or whatever turns towards you as if to sort of say hi, but also maybe ask you for your help. So I think it's Porscha's turn now.
You decide you must find a native Clibian to help you with this. They are teddy bear-like creatures that resemble Ewoks, but they hate that comparison. So you go to find them, but your English Clibian dictionary was in your backpack that you lost.
Oh, shucks.
You don't speak the language very well, so you trot off towards the nearest village in the mountain town.
Okay. So you decide, as such, you decide that maybe you don't understand the animal so well after all. And in related fashion, maybe you should just leave it alone, at least for now. Though you have a certain suspicion you may run into it again later. You go ahead and hit stop on your camera and proceed to what did I say again? The city of Clib, totally nearby at this point. You quickly find sorry, Porscha, a Clibian, a local. Okay, I just want to make sure I get the demonym right. This seems to be a female Clibian of an elderly age. You try with liberal use of your hands to communicate with this individual, but she doesn't seem all that friendly. Ooh la la. So I'm sorry. I know I've been not keeping up with the chat so well, just for multitasking. But actually, why don't, okay, so chat, why don't you put in your commands now, and we'll kind of just hold on for a sec and then totally pick one. I think I see some comments from you, Margaret, kind of helping out along the way.
I was trying to entice Jenna to stay and participate.
Oh.
She got scared.
Oh, hi, Jenna.
I could be a riddle. She was like, no riddles, goodbye.
Yes. So yes to this. So we'll just wait a little bit and see what we get. Yeah, why don't we actually go with Phoebe's thing that's popped up here. So let me see. Draw the creature in the dirt with a stick and gesture at it to the woman. Okay, so you begin to do as such, but then you quickly realize that you indeed have actual high-res digital footage of this animal, and so you you put your stick down, at least for a moment, and proceed to stop laughing, not Nina. Proceed to attempt to show this elderly female Clibian your footage that you've just taken of this animal. She doesn't seem at all surprised or anything by your fancy DSLR. But as soon as she sees the footage of the animal, she freezes and turns white as a sheet, even for being a Clibian. It's clear. It's clear that she's surprised to see what you have seen, and she doesn't seem to be in a good way about it. Ooh. So I believe that that completes one cycle. So I think now we can go back to Margaret. If I'm go, you can pass go and collect 200. corny Monopoly reference.
Okay. So you're nervous that this teddy bear-like, Ewok-like Clibian person has turned white. And
sorry, turned
white. White as a sheet.
Okay. Yeah.
And you realize maybe this fox adventure is not the first of your concerns for the moment, because you have lost all your possessions and you were in a city and need a place to stay for the night. But just to be, finish something that you started, you take your video and you put it on TikTok and you geotag the place where you are. And you're like, well, let's see if this becomes a thing. And then you go on your merry way to try to find lodgings and beg someone to let you stay there without any money.
Okay, so just to clarify, this would be within the city of Clip?
Yes.
Okay, so you're heading into the city and everything, right? Okay. Um, totally, you do as such, but you don't find, at least after a few moments, that anything really comes from the tick-tocking. Can you tell? I don't know anything about it, but but you resolve to check back again on the website later, and indeed you decide to put your camera away a little bit. Maybe you put your lens cap on or something, and you kind of like head into the city of Clip. You quickly realize that something is going on, and that you are not so welcomed here because all the Clibians seem to have closed their doors and barred their windows. Ahead of you, reaching them,
Rude.
However, you do see up ahead a young Clibian, a young boy of a Clibian, you could say, who doesn't seem to be in the know, and kind of looks at you in friendly fashion. Maybe I could leave it there. Nina? I think maybe what we could do is go with Nina's command, and then maybe, I don't really have a sense for the timing, maybe even go for a sprint at that point. I don't know. Does that seem about right? But Nina, it would be indeed your turn. Oops.
You take out your camera again and start filming for TikTok number 2 in hopes that it goes better this time. And as you approach the young Clibian,
Okay, yeah.
his friendly expression changes, and he runs off into a house that seems to have an open door that isn't like closed, but the house seems to be a little abandoned. And you decide to go and follow the young Clibian boy while you still have your camera out for TikTok.
Okay. So you do as such, and you think to also quickly check your smartphone, which is somehow getting service, to see if there's any sort of development with your TikTok, your first TikTok that you've posted.
I'm laughing at Phoebe's comment. We may not survive a holiday to Clip, but we will go viral.
All for the content. Yeah, so you you notice as you keep the young Clibian boy in sight ahead of you, that someone has already hastily posted a comment to your TikTok. And the comment reads, OMFG. Clip, get out of there now, with the now spelled in all caps, NOW. Uh, you are rather disturbed by this, but you say, well, if Nina says so, I'll go ahead and go into, the mysterious, quite unknown, um, seemingly abandoned building that the youngster has just disappeared into. And I think we can leave it at that. What's inside this one building in this strange, stony, maybe stony mountain city? We'll have to kind of mull it over and see what kind of trouble we can get into in this building. But let's go ahead and get into a second sprint then with that. So it will be your turn, Malin, as we get back, just to kind of bookmark it. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Why don't I do the stuff? Good luck, all. And yay, that's the end of our second sprint. Did you all do good?
I did about 150 words again and did like a little bit of looking at my outline because I realized I forgot something I had written previously that needs to be integrated in this scene. So yeah.
Oh.
How about you, Michael?
I actually didn't get around to anything that sprint. I was kind of like behind the 8 ball from the beginning. But yeah, I kind of just took a break and I don't know. Yeah. Not much to report on, I guess. Anyone else?
I read big cataclysmic event, someone's near death, humiliation,
Oh.
et cetera, et cetera. It's great.
Oh dear.
I recapped for Anne everything that had happened.
I haven't even kept up with the chat. I don't know, gosh, what I did.
Anne's here, and she missed everything, so I recapped, and she doesn't understand why we film a child, even though I said TikTok, and that makes sense. But at what cost? Whatever cost, we want to be viral on TikTok. So, you know,
Right,
I don't think she
okay.
understands that. But yeah, I don't know.
Indeed, indeed. Porscha, did you say?
I
Whether
didn't
you-
do anything of consequence. I refilled my water and I lit my new candle. It's Palo Santo Sage and Incense candle. So I just lit a candle and refilled my water, and I think the other 13 minutes were a blur. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that sprint definitely snuck up on me. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I think we can continue with the game then.
Nina caught that too. Yeah, it was a phone first with a camera, and then it turned into a DSLR.
Yeah, because if we can read,
app.
Wait, what?
if we can
No.
read the comments on a TikTok, that means it's our phone. It's not a camera. It's not a DSLR.
Yeah, but it is like, I don't know. I mean, it started as a camera, then we had a phone, then it was a camera again. And then
Like
we had a
alien
phone.
technology.
But there was a phone afterwards. It was like we put the camera down and we check our phone. So somehow, miraculously, a phone appeared. But yeah, we
I
are
might.
TikTok famous, Anne. Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make that clear.
I might need to kind of tap on this banner again. But as I recall, we're just heading into this building that this young Clibian boy, if we can call him that, has just kind of disappeared into. So Malin, it would be your turn for sure.
Okay, so I feel like I'm cheating because I had more time in between the last one and this one to think about it. But
yeah, that's kind of just the way it goes, I think, with the game.
Yeah. So as you enter this house and it's pitch black in there, and you try to stumble around to figure out where you're going, and as you have a phone / DSLR / brand new modern technology from the future, you use it to light up your way. And you're still thinking about this comment that this person made on your TikTok saying, "Get out of Clib. What are you doing there? Get out now." And your memory starts, you suddenly trigger something and you're like, oh my God, this is the night of the changing. The night of the changing is you become whoever you saw last. but it's already too late, and you start glowing like that fox you saw, who clearly was a Clib that had become a fox, and you yourself become a Clibian.
Oh my.
But do you film it? You like, mirror
yeah.
selfie and
Oh,
film
yeah.
it.
You film it.
Okay. So with this most recent development, you realize that you can make a joke at your own expense. That goes something that's somehow related to a person walking in and a Clibian walking out. You aren't too sure about exactly how this whole thing works, but you do look down at your arms and your body, and you see that you are indeed glowing orange. Also, you also realize now, though you admit how you're changing was quite a distraction, you do realize that there was no one in the small house when you entered following the young Clibian. But now you are back out in the quite abandoned, stony, let's say cobblestoned street. You happen to look down at your smartphone, I guess. And now the comments to your on your TikTok are really starting to flood in. Everyone is saying, get the F out of there, or something like that. Something in that kind of vein. And you are a little bit happy to see that the video also already has 531 views. Ooh la la, right? I mean, wow.
But did we post more than one TikTok, or did we not post more than one TikTok? If yes, which TikTok had the views?
Wait, no, it's the first TikTok. We posted two, right? But it's the first. You're kind of like checking the first one. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, 531 views. Okay. We're getting there. Viral.
I have no idea how TikTok works. That could be an insanely high number.
Really
I do
low.
apologize. Well, it also depends on how many minutes have gone by in this time, and
also what sound you use. If you use a trending sound, chances are you get better. But as Phoebe and I have said, we didn't use the Chrissy wake up sound, so we're doomed.
But I think we can use it in the next TikTok, the one where we're transforming into a Clibian.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good use of that audio, actually.
Well, maybe I'll just finish by saying that you now realize that you are a orange glowing Clibian. But you kind of shrug your shoulders and continue with life. Que sera, sera, right? So I guess Porscha, I guess it'd be up to you now.
Wow. Wow, here we are.
Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon. You you don't know how you're able to hold your phone in your teddy bear-like hands, but you manage. And why couldn't I get all these views as a human? But the longer that you are a Clibian, you start to have Clibian knowledge that you didn't have before. You know that the glowing animal that you saw was a nom-nom bat, who's not an actual bat, much like a koala isn't actually a bear. It's just the name for it. And you know that if you find another one, you have a possibility of turning back to your old form. But you have to find it within the next hour. And all the doors are closed. What now?
Make more TikTok.
You go ahead and, as such, mark the time. You notice that it is, I don't know, 8:03 in the evening. And so you look up and down the street. You start to walk around quite briskly, knowing that time is not on your side. You I don't know why I'm cracking up. You, in the back of your mind, marvel quite at the kind of archaic architecture that's going on in the city of Clib. You do find the cobblestone streets quite quaint, etc. Everything seems well built. The houses are made of wood, but also stone, and there are also log cabins for the most part. But as you continue to kind of head into the city and up the slope, you still cannot really see any opened doors or any sort of thing that could kind of help you. However, you do see that a house has a window opened that at least that you figure you can definitely crawl through, at least with your new smaller Clibian form.
Pretty sure that's illegal, though. Just saying.
Yeah,
What did
I think
we do?
I'll.
What did
Sorry?
What is illegal? What did we do? I sorry.
Oh, we haven't actually done anything illegal just yet.
Okay.
Malin was just pointing out that if we were to, kind of crawl through this, crawl into this window, this opened window, it could be sort of like breaking and entering or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that is illegal. That's true.
I believe, though, that Porscha has had her turn, right? So I believe it's up to the chat now.
I like Just Eva's comment. Clibian Law allows crawling into windows so long as you're glowing orange.
Oh my. Yeah, so chat, go ahead, put your commands in for sure. My fellow hosts, now's a good time to have a sip of a beverage or something.
The iced tea is gone. The hot tea is gone. I'm low on water, so we're not going to deplete our low resources. 'Cause you never know what can happen in the next moment.
Well, that's something you can look into in the next sprint, for sure.
True.
Look at this here.
I don't know if I know the Chrissy wake up one. So I suggested Teenage Dirtbag, and that's what led to the discussion.
Yeah, I'm lost on that whole thing.
90s kids now.
Let me see here. Eva, you tumble into a room that happens to be an animal rescue. Okay, so it looks like we're going in after all, but this room has warning posters and a single cage with another not bat. Okay, so right. Suddenly an alarm sounds. Okay. So not bad, right, Porscha? Am I?
Nom bat.
Like
Oh.
nom nom.
Nom bat.
like how would you spell that?
NOM, like nom nom, like nom nom nom, yummy, nom nom.
Okay.
They
Okay.
eat everything.
Yes, voracious, like gremlins.
Yeah.
You realize that it's been quite an evening. But you do decide that this is your opportunity. You look at the cage that the nom nom bat is locked away in, and you see that although it's closed, it's not locked. You pluck up a bit of courage and you open the cage and you reach in and you take out the nom nom bat. It doesn't bite you or anything. It does look at you in a very mysterious way. And it does behave actually quite like or just like the nom nom bat you first saw outside of the city. So actually, I'm going to have to kind of do a bit of an aside here. So what do we have to do again to like return to like human form again? Can I ask that? This is kind of like off the record.
You saw the nom nom bat. As long as you saw one within an hour, you'll go back.
Oh, okay. Okay, we can just pretend I didn't ask that. You notice that as you continue to hold this nom nom bat, you return to your second by second. You return to your former form. You also realize now that, or you remember now that you didn't actually have to hold the nom nom bat, and seeing it was indeed enough. But this is kind of where the narrator drops the ball a little bit. You go ahead with how the alarm is still sounding, and quickly return the nom nom bat to its cage. You actually, though, quite negligently in your haste, forget to properly close the cage door. You quickly pop out of the window again that's ajar, and quickly make your way around the corner so you can kind of escape the scene, so to speak. And I think I've definitely said enough. So that would mean it'd be your turn, Margaret. Do pass a go. Do collect a 200 also.
We have a request from the audience. Michael, wrapping up our book club discussion starts in 8 minutes.
What? Oh yeah. Is this?
And Sophie.
Okay. This is duly noted here then, and I will also. I'll get a link also, and I'll put it in the chat. A link for the stream, but yeah, totally. So, yeah, it'd be your turn, Margaret.
Lightning round then. Okay, so you were transformed back into what you were before. You're a little disappointed because you kind of wanted to be a glowing orange fox-like character, but
Nom Nom Bat, to be more exact.
I don't know that you turned into a Nom Nom Bat. The Nom Nom Bat is what saved you from transforming. But
oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
Hard to keep track, huh?
Kind of, yeah.
So you sneak out the window. You're back to yourself. It's definitely like nighttime. You don't have a place to stay. You don't have your belongings.
Right.
You don't want to run into that old lady teddy bear anymore. And everyone else is like hiding. So you spell on your phone that turns it into a portal to another universe and step through.
Oh my. Okay. So you do as such, and as you step through, you suddenly remember that you forgot to specify what the appearing universe might be. And as such, you've left it to chance. And so now suddenly you are at the bottom of the mountain road that leads up to the city of Klib. Or in other words, at the north end of the mountain pass. And you think to yourself, wow, what are the odds that I might actually travel to the same universe that I was just in? So basically now we are kind of like way up the road. So basically there's like this mountain road, this mountain pass that's like north to south, and Klib is somewhere in the middle, I guess, in the valley. And so we're, we're on the north, we're basically on the north end of the pass. So, we could go north and head away from the mountains ultimately, or we could, if we wanted to go back, start along the pass by heading south. But maybe what we should do is get in our third and final sprint then at this point. But Nina, it'll be your turn when we get back for a third and final sort of like session. Indeed, indeed. Yeah. Okay. So let's do that. Good luck, all. And yay, that's the end of our third and final sprint. Hope you all did good. I saw that Laura popped in during that one. Hi, Laura. But we could get into our third and final stint and wrap up the game. I do believe it's your turn, Nina. And so you
what
remember?
No.
So we are at the sort of
Oh yeah, I remember.
end of the pass and everything.
I have one question. Do we still, okay, our phone turned into a portal. Do we still have the phone, or is the phone gone?
I believe we do, yeah. I think the phone created the portal.
Okay, good. But we still have the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So we decide to go north and not like back into the direction of Clib.
Okay.
Because we
A wise
see
choice.
because we see some smoke coming out in the distance. We don't know if it's from a house and a chimney, or if it is a forest fire. We don't know. But as we walk, we check TikTok, and our first video has reached a whopping 250K views.
Oh my.
And we decide to make another video as we walk towards whatever that smoke is coming from.
Would this be actually the third? This would be the third video, right? Because there was a second.
I think it's the fourth, because we did one of the boy Clibian, I think.
Yeah, didn't we do one of the fox thing?
So we did the fox, the boy.
And then we all the transforming. But did we really post the transformation video, or did we wait until we transformed back, and then we had more footage and did like a cool transition? You know, so it's either 4 or 5 TikToks. Oh my god! Yeah.
I'd like to think our hands were quite busy when we were, holding the nom nom bat in the rescue shelter. I didn't know that we made a TikTok at that time. Unless we're just making TikToks willy-nilly, like nobody's business.
That's how TikTok works.
It's our life.
It's everything we stand for.
So this would be then the 5th TikTok, right? Okay, so as such, you continue to walk towards the plume of smoke, and indeed, you figure you might as well make a TikTok while you're at it, or 2 or 3, who knows? You do notice, though, that the plume of smoke is getting larger and more significant. So this is definitely not just some smoke coming from a chimney. It's definitely something that's representing a growing fire. Up ahead, you see that up ahead there is a forest, and so you can't see, you don't have like a clear line of sight. It's not just like grassland or a plain or something. You can't actually see where the fire is coming from. And so you very much think that this is indeed a forest fire, with how there is a forest up ahead. And with your TikTok now concluded, you wonder if you should walk straight into a forest that is starting to burn quite significantly, as it seems. So I think.
What did you say it was burning? Do we see what is burning?
Well, we can see so that basically there's a road we're following, right? So this is really the mountain pass that's continuing north as a road, and up ahead there is a forest, and basically the smoke is coming from some point beyond this sort of tree line where the road enters the forest. But yeah, and so you can't see like where it's coming from and what's burning, but you're thinking it's a forest fire because of just the way it looks and everything. So Malin, it would be your turn.
Okay. I'm trying not to be too messy since I know we need to wrap up, but also this is too fun.
We may even just come around again and finish one more cycle, and then call it a round of Socaber at that. So
Okay.
it would be you, and then Porscha, and then the chat, and then I think that sounds.
So you worry that it's a forest fire because you can see that it's quite big, but you're worried about, is anyone in danger? What is going on? Should I continue filming? Should I stop filming? So you walk slowly into the forest wondering, should I go back and not go in? Is this dangerous? But then someone grabs you by the arm and goes, hey, are you going to the bonfire fest? And you're like, what? I thought there was a forest fire. And they're like, no, and it's not a Clibian, it's another species that lives on the same planet. Let's assume that every city has a different species.
Okay.
This character is telling you there's a bonfire celebration over there. And you're like, but I thought no one was going out because it's the night of the changing. And he's like, no, but we love the night of the changing. We're rebelling against the Clibian who don't want the night of the changing. Come with us. And you see that he's got a few friends with him and they're all heading in that direction.
Okay. So with this invitation, you decide to go ahead and indeed join the Bonfire Fest, or the BFF, as you have learned. It's abbreviated to. You continue with your newfound friends, if we can call them that, towards the festival. And you take the time to quietly and from a bit behind observe them, because you've never actually seen any of their race before. They are as tall as the Clibians are short, and they are also really lean and slim and quite alien looking. They wear
Slenderman?
Oh, I was just about to comment that.
You then realize that they kind of look like slender people. And within about 12 minutes or so, maybe 15, you reach the festival itself. There, actually, I'll just back up a little bit. Along the way, you've asked politely what their race is called, and they have answered that they are indeed known as the let me see here. The Wiblians. And so you find yourself at a festival with more than 100 Wiblians, and one Wiblian offers you a hot dog and soda. And so I think that we can pass it on to Porscha with that for our second last, kind of go.
We're getting some spam in the chat if someone wants to.
Yeah.
As you are having fun with the Wimbledons and you all are partying, music's good, so drinks are flowing, you look down and you notice odd wrinkles on your hands. Why are my hands wrinkling?
Oh, my.
And you did not realize that Wimbledon time is different than your time. What is a night for them is a few years for you. So you're aging as this party goes on. You're having fun, but now you have to decide, do I stay here and literally party my life away? Or do I try to get back to my car, which is back through the Clibian village?
Do it for the TikTok.
So you think about these things as such, and you are quite cross at this point because you do realize that time is a one-way arrow, and there's no sort of way out of this one. With how you have aged maybe something like a quarter of a century in the time that you've been here in this festival. You decide to bid farewell to your quite nice, quite friendly indeed, Wiblian friends, and you head back out south, right? Yeah. Out of the forest, which you have learned also is indeed called the Forest of Wiblia. And so now here you are, quite old, quite rickety of bone, kind of wandering back south down this road again, which technically you last walked down 25 years ago. And you wonder what you should really do. You aren't in the mood to go back to the Clibbish Mountains and ultimately the city of Clib, even though it's been 25 years technically since you've been. And so you kind of sit down to think about what you should do, and you quite need the rest also. What with how you're older now. So yeah, we're kind of sitting down cross-legged by the side of the road, kind of between the forest and the start of the mountains, the Klippish Mountains, kind of in a grassy area, let's say. And so maybe what we could do is conclude the game, this round of it, right, with one more command from the chat. So chat, do put your commands in at this point.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we've aged 25 years and we finally get our backpack bag?
I do like things coming full circle. What was in the backpack? We never even did, specify.
Backpack was gone, and we never cared about it anymore. So.
Maybe we cared more about the DSLR / smartphone than
we cared more about the fame and the viral video and TikTok as a career path.
Oh, wait. Like, so is our TikTok account 25 years old now?
Does TikTok even exist anymore?
Like,
probably not.
What are the Wibblian rules? Like in the Wibblian lore, like, okay, so you're aging, but what happens to your smartphone?
No, but as in, like, have you aged, or have you just not realized 25 years had passed for everyone?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, is it your perception of time, or is it your actual aging process, like biologically speaking? I don't know.
Just saying, at the beginning it says no world building, and we're trying to figure out how the world works. I mean,
the good old Wibblian,
I'm all for it.
But I like the idea that 25 years have passed, and that way Phoebe's comment can be valid in this instance.
Yeah, I totally second that. So we'll go with that. So it's not like a accelerated aging thing or anything. It's a perception thing, and 25 years have indeed passed. So let me make sure I read this here. Phoebe, you realize it's been exactly 25 years. In Klip, it's once more the night of the changing. If you find a fresh young body, you can once more reclaim your youth.
I love that.
Film it on TikTok.
Even if it's not your youth anymore. You're stealing it.
Yeah.
No, because it doesn't mean that the person has to look at you and become you. They could not see you. If we say during the night of the changing, the point is just if you look at someone else, then you become them.
Right.
That doesn't mean they're out. That doesn't mean they disappear, right?
Right.
You can break into a house while someone is sleeping, and if you look at them, you change into them. But they are sleeping, so.
Or they could have their back turned, and you look at them, and you're like, "Oh,
yeah,
no, I'm you."
Let's not trespass.
With all this in mind, you decide to head back southwards to the city of Klib. The city of Klib must indeed be old, you now realize, because 25 years later, it really hasn't changed in any way that you can see at all. There is a red painted door that you don't recall seeing from 25 years ago. Perhaps it was renovated or something, but other than that, stone for stone, brick for brick, shingle for shingle, it's just as you left it. But as you walk into the city, you find that you are welcomed, or indeed not so much, in the same way. every Clibian is quick to head indoors and close, bar their windows and everything ahead of you. But what you do notice as you kind of walk deeper and deeper into the city and kind of take a different route, what you do notice is that, oh my gosh, there, hanging from a post in what looks like the city main square, is an old backpack. You walk closer and you realize that it is indeed your backpack from 25 years ago. And it's clear to you that the Clibians do have a kind of like a soft spot in relation to kind of like things lost and found. And you realize they've put this backpack here in hopes that the person who might have lost it might indeed one day find it again. And so you go ahead and take your backpack down from the post or whatever, and you look inside. Everything looks as you left it. You then remember, indeed, that it is again the what's it called? The night of the changing. I'm kind of stuck. Okay. And as that thought occurs to you again, you happen to see the same elderly female Clibian you first saw 25 years ago upon entering the city. You realize Clibians do live quite a long time. It's definitely her. She's definitely older, but she's also still definitely quite strong of back. And she looks at you as if she remembers you. She hasn't gotten any more friendly in the last 25 years. And as you put your backpack, indeed, back on your back, you feel the same sensation that you felt 25 years ago as you entered the small house following the young boy Clibian. You feel the same sensation of changing, and you change yourself into a quite elderly female Clibian. You kind of look at your arms and you look at your body and you kind of shrug your shoulders and you say, "Que sera, sera." And you move on with life. The end.
Oh. I thought we were just gonna drop that.
I tried. I don't know. It's kind of tough to wrap these things up. But I can't pop this up on screen to make the game official. Ooh la la. I hope I did your command service, Phoebe. I did try. Let's just see here, actually. What's this here? This gives me house moving castle vibes. Ooh.
Yeah, the whole turning old all of a sudden.
Okay. I've never
Then sitting
read
down.
it, but I've heard, like in BookTube even, like good things about it. The
I've
series,
seen
right?
the movie. There's the Studio Ghibli movie, and I've seen that like a million times, and I started reading the book.
Okay. Yeah. I've heard good things about the books, for sure. And on TikTok, you've become a ghost story. This is like maybe like a bit of an epilogue or something. You've become a ghost story. People tell each other, where did that guy ever go? Remember his last TikTok about the bonfire fest? Yeah.
And then there's the sequel, where like a group of guys goes and sees the thing, and it's a Netflix adaptation. It's a Netflix adaptation sequel, and it's just a group of conventionally attractive dudes
The guy who
going to
plays
see if
you
that's true.
is Noah Centino or some shit, and
Yeah.
That's too funny. Shannon, yay. But yay. Phoebe, thank you.
Wait, Michael, can I ask something? What does it stand for again?
Socaber stands for
Okay.
Stream of Consciousness Adventuring by Exciting Relay.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, I think we can go ahead and call it a stream, a Socaber sort of stream at that, with how we've gotten in our 3 sort of sessions or stints of the game, and our 3 sprints also. But my lovely guest hosts have been, again, Margaret and Nina, or not Nina, or not Nina. Or definitely not Nina at all, right? I think it's that. And Malin and Porscha and Zara also. And I've got all their links in the description.
thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you.
That was really
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you. And yeah, we'll go ahead and call it a stream at that. I will also, in the chat, make sure that I pop, just a sec here, the link to Han and Anne's book book discussion stream for the month of August. So yeah, it looks like it's there nicely. So do head over there. Right as we finish here, but totally. Yeah, so we'll call it a stream at that for sure. Thanks, bundles and bunches. Bye-bye.
Roll that beautiful tree footage.
Yes, ma'am.